friends, I'm Vicki and you're with Grammy in the Kitchen. Today is Money Saving Sunday, so we're going to make some no-cost chicken stock. If you remember correctly, we cooked chicken in the crock pot. I'll put that video right here. We are going to take the bones from that chicken plus from other bones that I already had in the freezer. We're going to pull out all of our vegetable scrap for about 3 hours. So without further ado, I'm going to turn you down into the pot so you can see what we're doing. So I'm using a 8-quart stock pot. I'm just going to go ahead and dump all of my vegetable scraps in there. And we have onion peels, some celery ends, a little bit of onion in there. And you can add fresh vegetables such as carrots, celery, and onions and garlic if you like. But we're doing no cost. I have 3 of these quart-size bags of vegetable scraps. Right here we have onion skins, garlic skins. Just put it all in there. This was chicken bones with some vegetables that I had used. Now we're going to start adding our water. This might be a 3-gallon pot because I actually put in 2 gallons of water plus all the frozen stuff. We're going to put it over the burner and turn the fire on. Back to the chicken stock we're making here today with nothing but freezer scraps. Everything has thawed out and it is starting to boil, but not to a boil. Once it comes up to a boil, that's when our time is going to start. It already has some beautiful color. And we want to get as much nutrients out of these vegetables and the bones. So we're going to let that cook for 2 hours on a simmer once it starts boiling. Okay, our chicken stock has been cooking for 3 hours, not 2, like I said earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start taking it out of this pot, put it in the strainer that I have sitting over a bowl, and get the big bits out first. So I'm just going to be using a 2-cup measuring cup. We're just going to go through here and strain it all. Well, this was just chicken bones we had in the freezer from making some meals, and all of our vegetable scraps that we saved. So that is our first strain. I have a second bowl going into the sink. We're just going to keep on adding to it. Let's see. So we have our stock pot, we have our strainer, and we have our cheesecloth, and we have our stock that we're going to filter through here. The other part here, and we're just going to let that finish draining, and then I'll show you the beautiful stock when we're finished. It is golden in color. I think the glare is horrible. but it's got a very beautiful golden color, and it costs us nothing but time, water, and the gas, in my case, to cook it. So I ended up with half this stock pot, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a 3-gallon stock pot. You can see on the top where it's got some the chicken fat floating on the top. What I'm going to do with this is let it cool down to room temperature. At that time, we'll stick it in the refrigerator. Let that fat solidify on the top so we can actually scoop it out a little bit better. And then tomorrow we'll end up putting this in Ziploc bags and sticking it in the freezer unless we have a recipe we want to use. But I should be able to get 2-gallon size bags out of this. So until tomorrow, y'all have a wonderful day. So this is the chicken stock we cooked yesterday, and if you can tell, there's a layer of fat on top of this. So because we left it in the refrigerator, we can actually just pull that right off. This is not a necessary step, it's just a step I use. You can actually leave the fat in it if you're not canning. And we're actually going to freeze this today. Freezing it is not necessary. You can actually use this chicken stock within 5 to 7 days. Just leave it in the refrigerator. Or you can freeze it. We're actually going to use freezer bags, and you can freeze it for up to 3 months. If you have a canner, you can also can this, but this in the freezer. Ever so easy. Have a 2-cup measuring cup, and even though these are gallon-sized bags, I'm only going to put a quart in it, which will be 4 cups. You see the beautiful color? Then we're going to try to remove as much air as possible. I did make a little mess. Make sure we lock it in. And when we freeze it, we're actually going to freeze it just like this. There we go. That is 1 quart of chicken stock. So we ended up with 5 quarts, and then one has a 3/4 of a quart, so it's 3 cups. We got a quart of chicken stock in each of these bags. It's going to go in the freezer, and when we need chicken stock, we can just take it out as we need it. We ended up with 5 quarts, and then one has 3 cups, so might as well say almost 6 quarts of free chicken stock at our disposal. Please stop throwing your chicken bones away and stop throwing your vegetable scraps. It gives you a delicious, healthy, nutrient-dense, free food item. Please hit that like button. Thanks for sticking around. Y'all have a great day.